Hello there. Open it. Fix my game, okay? There we go. Hi. How's everyone doing this morning? It's a bit early. Not gonna lie about that. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna be. Oh. I'm not sure what parts that are. Yeah, Cable Plus program. How you doing, Bailey? You doing okay? Check my audio is in fact working on my headphones. Yes. I need to know what part that is, probably because I'm going to decommission it if it's anything important. But how are you doing? Urban? I think I'm on the wrong save. I've been streaming last night and I got 47 followers. I can nearly taste it. That's good. Yeah, this is the wrong save. That's why it's being fucky. I loaded in the wrong save. That's why I couldn't see my save file. Got confused there. You should probably get some rest, there, buddy. Proud of you, though. Okay. That should give us everything. Did I do the return? Is Jet back already? Yes. Cool. Let's find another mission then. We're gonna have to go to the Munson, I think. Add a THNKR research lab to the station. Doable. Yep. Explore the Munson more. Go on a spacewalk. Yep. Okay. I think that's gonna be good for now. Stations. Already have a pretty good station around the moon. Remote tech. Do I have anyone for Crit Network on Minus? Not yet. I think I'm going to start putting very quickly because I have the extra money. I'm going to put a couple rockets in a polar orbit, one or maybe two. I have one on the light side and one on the dark side at all times. Kerbal. I said Kerbal Space Pro bring up a Unity screen. I think it might have crashed. Yeah, it did crash. Don't worry, it doesn't take that long to launch it off M.2 drive, which is what I have this installed on. Sorry about that crashing. Sometimes it does this. I kind of expected it to. Let's get this back up. It doesn't take too long. It does not take too long whatsoever. You get some more VIPs unlocked, I think. How harsh do I sound right now? Because, I'm trying to fix my voice a little bit. Because I know that I have some issues with it. I just mute desktop audio while I listen to myself and try and fix that while we're having a chat. I think that'd be good. But I really don't want to sound too harsh. So that's something I'm trying to think about. The filter's down. There it is. Okay, so I feel like maybe as long as I'm not shouting, you should be okay. I added a compressor to it. Gonna hopefully mute me a little bit too much if I go over a certain threshold. Okay, that should work a lot better. Let's wait for KSP to load. It's just getting through the faster stuff, which is the fake NASA stuff. Just loading very quickly as well. Yes, I can just mute myself from the key. I'm happy with that. Cool. Just gonna wait for it to get through these other parts. I'm happy with that. Cool. Just gonna wait for it to get through these other parts. I'm happy with that. I can hear myself again. Just gonna wait for it to get through these. That was that. Sorry, I just like to check my audio every so often. And I don't get the most chance for that. So I'm glad I was able to get through that one. In the game, let's go and try and make sure we can get into the actual area now. I'm gonna have to do some adjustment with some mods. I don't think I'm gonna have that issue. At least not this early in the morning. Because I'm not ready for it. I need to also work on my save files and maybe make a copy of this so if it breaks, it breaks. Okay, go task, take a research station to the moon. We're gonna do an orbital walk as well, so I want to see what type of connection I have. I think it's just a standard docking port, not 100%, but AO, I can try my best. Yeah, I can definitely try my best. There's an orbital station around the moon. Can I quickly rename chat? Okay, there is that. I have 2 normal docking ports. Nice. So it gives me... Oh, I actually have some on the other side as well, so... Didn't say what size it had to be. I could put a smaller group on. But it is the size of a standard docking port throughout the entire station, so anything I put on needs to have those requirements. I want to put a node as well for control. First, let's grab one of these. Second, let's grab a docking port. Is this one? Bring it up a little bit. I just wanted a probe core on because it gives me some control no matter what. Wow. And what was the part? It was a TH and NKR. I don't think I have it. Yes, so let's just search. I do indeed. I can't scale this. Let's put some stuff just before it then. Try and save my own, but maybe a small fuel tank. Not too big, just a smaller one to do a transition. So I have two procedural ones, one of them being a cone style. With a quite large bottom. Maybe have this top one RCS fuel so I can still control it. I mean, it makes us have to think about going towards bigger docking ports, or in fact I could mirror this on the other side, so I have control on all sides. So let me get up the RCS tank procedural. I think I have that unlocked. I do not yet. Let's just get two of these down. This one. Alt click that, so I have a copy. Oop. Other way around. Perfect. Let's change the texture on this as well so I don't have an ugly thing. Fans short seems to be the best way to do it. Yeah, I think that looks the nicest. I have a caster goal to control this thing. As long as I can keep it with some good control, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with that. You think about the other parts to put on this thing. So I need some control. RCS would be the way I do that. I think I'm using a 5-way block. Because it is the biggest one. And I got some fuel on this thing so I can just control it at this end. With a set of words, please. Set of tweak scale engines, ones that can gimbal around quite highly. Just to give myself that thrust up, but I don't know how much thrust I'm going to be able to get around the moon with these ones. Especially because I'm going to have it like that. 3. Yeah, I think that's pretty fine. Let's get a docking port on the other side. I think that's going to be a good choice to do. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else I can think of is the main thing. Like this weighs 26 tons, right? Yeah. Oh, that's useful, Tom. Oop. Cool. There is that. There is that indeed. Some solar and an antenna set would be nice to put on. Need to fix these antennas still. They're being a pain in the ass to try and fix. Hate that it goes that way. Feels like that should be the way I go about it. It is. I am not wrong. Okay, so now if you expand out, well, where do you look? Do you go straight down? Yep, perfect. Put you in an action group because I can. Put you on custom 1. Toggle. And toggle antenna. And let's get a solar panel for this thing just to be able to control it. I think about what to use. These long photovoltaic ones I think look good. And doesn't impede the docking port. That'll be where I'd use them. Cool. And electricity wise, we are generating more power than needed, but it's only having reserve power. Kind of annoying. A battery on the outside, just a small pack on this ring. That should help there. What do people think? What do people think? Just more batteries, that should help with being able to control the thing. Yeah, mains time 8 minutes without needing power. Reserve time 50 seconds. Let's try and take this to the moon now. So I want to get a... Words are escaping me. Attachment plate. Like that. Let's get this to the moon weight wise now. So we're gonna need about, I don't know, because this is how much delta V around Kerbin? 1,000. So let's get rid of this stage. I wish I could hide stages like stage 0, but I can't. I definitely can't. So we need to put quite a lot of thrust on this thing. So the first set I'm going to do is a medium-sized tank, like a half jumbo. That will have the point. Actually, can use the Rocket Max one. Set it to orange, and orange is a good color. Actually, no, I like the Venstock revamp of that. And this will be the stage that takes me to the moon. But firstly, let's put a little probe core on just to control it. Bit of scaling just to push it up into that part. Coolio. Can I change what this looks like? No. Right. That's not very nice. I think I can actually fit these on. They have pretty good thrust and space. I can fit a Titan on. Don't need that one though. What's the difference in price between Titan's cheaper? This is a lot cheaper though. For it. Gives me 1,000 meters LV. The sun's right in my face. I could do with maybe more efficient. How much do you do? 1,000. Same amount. Let's put a smaller tank. Below it. It gives me 1,300. But I can't push it. So I'm gonna switch to the Gemini one. Maybe? When you're doing 500, do I have anything that does more than 500 that is cheaper? You do 600. Scale you to 2.5. You also managed to push quite a lot more. And you're a lot more efficient. Right, we're using this one. Deal, done, sorted. Bish bash bosh. Yeah, I really wish the sun wasn't in my face. It's kind of blinding. Time to build this larger tank section now. I'm actually thinking about using the other tank that I have, just the Rockomax stuff. Because I'm kind of enjoying what they look like. I just don't like. I'm gonna have to build out a bunch of little tanks. So one. That one is ugly. Rockets can be beautiful, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rotate. Engine time. This is where I don't want to skimp out. I think I'm even using the Apollo engine because it's very fucking large. I think I use the main cell. It's not that expensive. It's not that expensive. It's expensive. Oh, I don't like how expensive that is. Ha. Ha. Fuck. This engine will be in orbit though. I better bring this back down. Right, we're doing this kind of SpaceX style, kind of not SpaceX style. It's gonna return. I possibly could put landing legs on it and land it properly, depending on how much fuel I got left. So I'm gonna put chutes on it for safety, but I'm also gonna use the knowledge that I know about this craft. Should we not bet on it? I feel like you are getting a mount. You can in fact land. Yeah. I think that's an okay style. I think that's gonna fit. To guarantee that it's gonna get to orbit, I'm gonna put 4 booster stages on this. So they're gonna use this style. Actually, I'm gonna have to do 2 and 2, aren't I? So let's do a couple of these. 2, 3, 4. Nose cone time. Nose cone is definitely important. Can I use the vent parts, please? Okay, I think that's starting to look a little good. Put an engine on this just to help with the thrust up. and also some control. All these are going to be going off at the same time, so it doesn't really matter how much delta V it's got. It would help if I line these up straightly, though. Ah, shit. There we go. Lined up. That sun's pissing me off. It's even worse if I move with the blinds. Yeah, this isn't a nice sight that I've got. Got very well lit face today. Put the fuel lines in, so... Okay, there is that. That gives me a lot of thrust to start up. A lot. Because I'm going to need the extra thrust on the launch pad. So these first 2 stages will get me to orbit, then the next stage will be circularizing and then coming back down. I shouldn't need damage delta V, which gives me enough to bring it back down. This stage at stage 2 gives me... Wait a second. Let's make all these 1.5s. Give myself some more overall thrust. There we go. Sent to this part. Hoping that maybe a bit more fuel will help. Changing these engines out just for something that's a bit bigger. Maybe that's a bit more thrusty as well. These have a bit more thrust than it, but swivel has 2,100. These have more. These do in fact have more. So do these. Actually, can I put the veneer stuff on just so I can control the thing? That'd be kind of useful. Like, stand so close as well. I'm going to use the curved veneers mainly because they're my favorite type of veneers. They give a nice overarching thing to it. Right, that gives me a lot more thrust at the start. I have now 1,500 meters delta V, then 1,900, so that's 3,000 odds. So if I can't reach orbit with that, then there's going to be an issue. That middle stage is... might not be recoverable. Might not be recoverable. I'm going to put chutes on just in case. I can't do it one way, I can do it definitely another way. The inline buoy. These are all going to be in this state. I can control them afterwards. Do you have a probe core on this thing? No? Well, I'm going to need one. I am actually pushing it back with this stage. It is made to go back. But that's That's the thing. Is it actually going to, or is it just gonna kind of hang out for a little bit? I don't want that idea. I don't want that one bit. If it doesn't do what I'm wanting it to do, it's going to be a natural catastrophe because, well, I would think that I would reach orbit by that point. This is definitely the type of stage I'd want to bring back down with this giant engine onto it. It's got the landing gear for it. I'm going to put some control on this thing from the outside, mainly because it doesn't have any right now. And the larger larger range I can get, the better. Slide it in now. Boop. Nice slid. Non-retractable, that one, is it? Coolio. This is the craft I'm taking up. 6,000 meters of Delta V. Definitely able to get to the moon. Let's do this. It's gonna be a bit dodgy at first. Where's stage 4? That's gonna use some more Delta V. another 800. That does help. Oh no, now it's not been. Now it's been separated. Okay, let's start this now. I can't do maths. I just can't do maths. My eyes are directly in this in the sun. I don't even think I can lift this thing. I have to put larger engines on it again. So I just realized I didn't even use it with the orbit can. That sun needs to fucking piss off. I'm just gonna take a photo from my view to see how bad it is. That's pretty bad. Quite bright. There's no Kerbal on this, I just realized, so better have good control. Okay, do a slight rotation. Slight little rotation. Hopefully we can start to think about a gravity turn. Just gonna keep an eye on the apoapsis to I'm gonna try and keep it at this point for a little while before I start tapping again, mainly because my thrust to weight ratio is pretty bad. I'm a little bit wonky in my orbit as well. Okay, keep my heading degree like that. Maybe tapping W occasionally to Yes, perfect. Perfect. Not perfect. Yeah, perfect. I could have really done with maybe putting more thrust on this thing. I just didn't think I'd need 1.85. And we use time warp now just to wait until there's enough thrust here. Yeah, okay. More thrust at the start. Let's go and adjust this craft. Obviously, we want it to get to orbit. That's one of the main things right now. Let's get rid of these entirely. Firstly, more thrust. Secondly, more fuel. Let's put another larger Rocket Max fuel tank. Another 32. Makes this quite large now. Quite a lot of fuel as well, with these being 9,000 each. Ooh. Yeah, let's start with the tanks. 1.875 or is it 825? 75. I'm not mental. You are. Start tanking? There's no other way I can do this. I don't have any big tanks. I just don't have any big tanks for it. It's kind of annoying. Does mean I can use this engine, which has no control and yeah, so that's the engine I can use. Coolio. It's time to start tanking. I'm going to be doing this for a little while just to build up the fuel tank. I have no other tanks, which sucks. I'm also going to use a 2x version of this to help with the offset of the tank. If I use the procedural tank, how big can I get it? I can in fact get you to 1.875. What? How long? 4 meters. So 2 of these? Yeah, that's worth it. Just firstly, let's texture this with that one. This gives me a lot more fuel. It's good on my side, but also kind of annoying. Spawn, please. Nosecon time? Okay, and now I just want to put a eulogy of some kind on this thing. Just to push them away. I don't want to... Actually, I was kind of fine last time. Kind of was, kind of wasn't. Just realized I had no... What do you call them on this? What do you call them? Those engines that give me control. the eulogy motors, although I should probably put some on. Just in the center. Like so. Like that works well for me. Size? I forgot what its name is, so I'm looking for it. These veneers. The curbs are pretty good for control. And because all fours are going off in one go, I don't really need the rest of them. I'm gonna put more on. That is that. Okay, so I wanna... all of these in here. Now it's like confused. It is very confused. That's okay. That is definitely fine because I've not done the fuel lines yet. So these are going into this one. This one's going into that one. Nice. So now I have 4,000 meters of delta V before I get to that point, which is a lot more. Secondly, it's more fuel. Thirdly, space. This sun is killing my eyes. It's purely killing it. Use time warp just to let myself lose some weight. I'm heavier. I did forget about that. Want you just to hold this degree. That didn't really work the best, but it worked, in theory. I'm not 100% sure. Because my eyes are absolutely shot from this sun, it's pissing me off. Because there is something wrong with the sun. Okay, so we are generating our time to apoapsis a lot quicker now. Apoapsis, that is stuff hitting the ground. Maybe if I put some solid rocket boosters on this bottom part, I'm not sure. Not sure at all. What the best way to do that would have been. Start reducing my thrust now. kind of bouncing between these two stages. If 30 to 35, that is to execute a gravity turn correctly. This take quite a little bit of finicking. At least from my side, it's always done that. But that's because I'm not building rockets designed, I don't think, to do it properly. Burn as much fuel as possible is my point right now. Nothing more, nothing less. Just trying to work my way through this tank. So if I can work my way through, I can get myself a little orbit sorted. There we go. I am now generating speed. My time, well, perhaps this has frozen because I'm producing that little amount of speed, but I am in fact producing speed. It's now increasing as my thrust to weight ratio increases. That's just gonna go up as I go up, and as my specific thrust goes up as well. So I'm gonna lose weight. It's gonna go further and further and further. At this degree for a little while longer. Let's keep at prograde now. $70,000 on one side. Let's get 75. Can I move some fuel from here to here? And stop. Okay, how much fuel is it going to be to circularize orbit? That'll be good enough. That is certainly good enough. Means I'll have 300 meters of delta V. So after I've done some minor adjustments, it is fine. I'm gonna keep this one open. Down here, just so I'm not with everybody. Don't want to blast people's screens with information. I see how hectic it can get. To note, please. As soon as I see that I've got orbit. Done. I still have control of this part. First thing I'm going to do is point retrograde. Actually, I don't need to. Already have that. I can't switch to that anymore. Okay. Do you have a blader of some kind? No. Cool. Let's just use time warp now while I fall in the atmosphere. I am going to timble. I am going to toss. I do actually have an inline boy. Pinata. Pretty good one. 48. Well done. Yeah, I'm waiting until I get into that thick atmosphere. Should be around 50. 50,000 seems to be the right point for that. That sun's really annoying me. No connection. Right, I got a small issue. That means no connection means there's no satellite in this area. I'll be in one soon enough, it's fine. I ran out of electricity. Yeah. I think for all purposes, I'm going to allow the cheat for it at the moment, just to... I have reserve power. I feel like I should use that instead. I actually don't know how much Delta V I have left. I forgot to move the extra fuel out, but that's okay. Okay, that's going to slowly dip me in. As you can see, I'm getting nice and hot, which is great. Very, very good, this. I'm not sure where I'm going to be landing, so that's why it depends if I open up my gears or not. Because I'm landing on the dark side. Come on, get in there. That's that engine gone. Blammo, bingo, done. I'm gonna land on that island. Tip. No. Close enough though. Okay, cool. I'm not sure what that halo effect is. But it's something. That's the main thing. That is definitely the main thing. Oh, don't get hot, you stupid thing. It is a little warm in here, I'll give it that. What's the name? It was Rocket Labs. Ah. That didn't work the best. I would say that did not work the best. Okay. Let's get this station part now. I am gonna have. Oh wait, I have reserve power. I forget that I had this mod installed. Come on, activate. Activate. Activate those two. Where's the moon? There's the moon. Works nicely. Nice close orbit. Set you with a target of Kerbin. You of a target of the moon. I think I can use smartass to go to node. Turn off whatever the hell I just activated, which is the oxidizer fuel tank. Won't let me stage, so I'm going to do it all manually now. Lovely jubbly indeed. I don't know why I can't stage, and I'm having to do it all manually. It is annoying. It is in fact annoying. Yes, and I actually am going to have to time warp till I have about 16 seconds, I think, left. More than enough fuel. More than enough. I shouldn't alt-tab while I'm doing orbits. Retrograde, use RCS. Perfect. Can use SES though. I do have, so let's point prograde with that. Let's get rid of these large amount of lines because they look horrible. Am I starting to approach on the moon? I've got 2 connections. I've forgot to put those ones in full orbit, so I'm going to put some tight packed ones and some further spread out ones. Tight packed ones would bounce off the further spread out ones as well. Perfect. Mundo. Now I should be able to catch up then. So let's point retrograde. Well, to node, which should just be retrograde. That needs to stop. Let's get rid of this. Sorted. I think we have got quite a funky looking craft. My eyeballs are burning. Ah, shit. What was that one? Thank you very much, T-Man, for the follow. How's it going? It's going well. How are you? Sorry, I didn't see it on Twitch because I had Twitch open on a different page. How are you doing, buddy? Not gonna lie, you gave me a heart attack. You doing okay, man? Yeah, I think we should warp until we get to the right point here. This should put me about retrograde. Yeah, that's about right. Can I get my orbit information? Good, trying to build a rover and trying to figure out how to do a good descent stage. If... Try 4 posts around the rover, like on decouplers, and then have that lower down, and then have the decoupler drop down in the middle. You can easily plant something on the surface. You not have any issues with trying to work it out. So that's my tip. I'm hoping it helps. I do not have control on this thing. Is that because I don't have power? Yes. Well, that can be changed. Ah, fuck. It's fine. Aha! I didn't think that would work. It's my third day on Twitch and I'm loving it so far. That is great. Are you streaming or are you just a watcher? Are you a watcher or a player? That's from a movie. I've seen that movie. I can't remember which one it was. I'm really surprised I didn't destroy anything on that craft. I smacked into that quite hard. Like, oof. I'm watching now, but I might stream in the future. Always a good plan. Always a good plan. Plus, you get to see some stupid shit sometimes, like I just did, because I'm an idiot and thought I was pointing in the other direction. Yeah. Do I have everything intact? Yes. Oh, I don't have connection to anything at the moment. I'm going the wrong way around this planet. How am I not generating electricity? Take some from reserve to main. Disable some of these. Am I generating power now? Yes. I'm gonna have to do a reversal accelerator. What mob? I can't remember which one it is. Me too. What mods you got? Well, let's get a very quick list. Maybe here for a couple seconds. We have X Science, Click Through Blocker, Toolbar Controller, Achievements, Ares Aerospace, Ares Patch, Asset, Bargain Rockets, Better Science Likes to Continue, BOMPS. Colorful Fuel Lines, Contras, Contract Configurator, bunch of contract packs, Corvus, which is just a one I like because I like Gemini, Dock Rotate. I did have something called Draft Twitch Viewers, that's been removed for now. Engine Lighting Relit, Engine Tweaks, some antenna progression, some heavy industry, some faster stuff, some Jebediah Industry, some historian stuff, other things to do with heat control, Kerbal Engineer, Kerbal Science. I need to add this to a what do you call it? Escape. If I just expand out now, what's it going to say? I'm going to be doing this for a while, is what it's going to say. Right, okay. The second one, can I just get rid of it? So I'm going to use 9,000 meters delta V to get back to if I want it. That's okay. Just to head in the same direction. Actually, I can get a list very quickly. Silly me. Forgot can do a straight up list. Need more emotes. I've opened up random emote subs. Yeah, I need to get some more. But I can't get more until I get some more subs, I think. Need to check. Can I just export this? I can't just export this as list. Okay, I'm really sorry I can't just do that. That's kind of annoying. I will try and fix that for next time. I'm actually not playing Kerbal Space Program on a computer. I'm playing Kerbal Space Program Enhanced Edition, which is on the PS4 and Xbox One Edition. PSP. Playing on PS4, it's not that different. Is it? I've not played it on console yet. It's something I haven't touched because I don't play on console that much these days. I play it for mainly shooters when I'm just wanting to hang out with friends and not take it seriously. So I'm not used to them on console, and I want to try that. Yeah, I just accidentally did that. Sorry about that. That was an accident. Okay, this thrust needs to go on now. My orbit should now do the inversion that it needs to do. Not gonna lie, my eyes are pretty bad. Okay, I'm hoping this orbit flows well. We have all the two DLCs, adding more DLCs, which is more boosted things. Oh. Well, I'm hoping they release on PC as well, because I like all the DLCs. I have them all. It's quite a lot of fun. I like rockets. If you can't tell, my entire thing in life has been rockets. It's been fun. I have a tattoo of one, so I'm glad whenever they add something to Kerbal. I'm heady. I got a scholarship at to SpaceX. That sounds amazing. I hope it goes well. I can't do that here in the UK. There's not a lot of space programs, and I'm on a games design course because it's more fun to make stuff people are going to enjoy playing. At least I feel like that from my perspective. My plan is to make the world a little bit happier. And then when I left, you about the crew demo mission's going to happen on the 27th at 4:30? Yes, I did, because I have an app that tells me every type of flight that's going to be coming out. I'm excited for that. I really wish I'd designed this mission a little bit better. What app? It's called Spaceflight. Yeah. It's called Next Spaceflight. It's got a purple icon. And it tells me every single one. Russian, British, American, postal service history. So here we go, every single one. I have that too. It's a really good app. Really, really good app. Well, thanks. Me and you are spaceflight nerds. Yes, in fact, we are. Make a slight adjustment to this spaceflight. Just bring up my nodes a bit better. And all I gotta do is wait. So let's go to node again. Okay. It is a 9-second burn, 5 seconds each side. 31 engines on Starship Booster. Why so many engines? Just takes one big engine on the F1 engines in Saturn V. Yeah, but a bunch of smaller engines could be more efficient. Thank you very much, Melvin, for the follow. Really helps me out. How are you doing, my dude? Yeah, smaller engines might be more efficient to do it like a cluster, because then you have more customizability as well. Okay, you got me there. See? If it's more efficient and you can change the configurations, if you need one less little bit, you can do that. I think that's a good idea. How you doing, Melvin? You doing okay? There was a point here where I was getting close. Not right now, though. There's another SpaceX launch on the 18th that boosters are going to be landing on the 6th time. They're insane. Yeah, thanks for asking. Good to know. Glad you're doing well. I'm going to time warp around to Aquapsis and see if this extra clock side... Clock side? I always see it as a clock, because it's time around, but then... It's a very skew clock. What are you been up to today, Melvin? Oh. Wrong thing, wrong thing. I might actually have one. What's that intersect 7.5? 3.9. Absolutely nothing, just a rainy day, rainy Korean day. Well, I'm glad that it's at least been a positive day by being, well, is it positive? We can recap all the health ferry cars that haven't landed. Yeah, that'd probably be quite useful. Would probably help reusability as well. Sorry, just focusing on trying to get as close as possible. I think that's as close I'm going to get. Full gunner node. And after this point, RCS is going to be off. So down to reaction wheels only now. Till I get within orbit. So I don't push myself off kilter. Got any plans for this quarantine? I don't know if you're in quarantine in Korea. I'm not sure what countries are doing quarantine anymore. The UK kind of wants to scrap it completely. Like, And if I got a broken ball, which I can see from my backyard, I wish I could see more. That is something that I can testify that I will do, though, because I am currently working with my university to figure out how I could launch an actual rocket, because I designed one for a project and they are saying they are perfectly fine with me testing it, but they need to help me getting the requirements to test it. In the UK, you are allowed to launch a rocket, but if it's over a certain size, you need to ask for permission from flight agencies. And airports nearby, so they don't just think it's like a rogue missile. Especially because it will be something long, cylindrical, and going quite fast. But yeah, I'm excited to do that. So I will testify. I will see another rocket launch in my life. Hopefully, as long as I don't have it explode in the launch pad or anything. Now, is this a model rocket or a rocket that's going to space? It is 3 meters tall, 30 centimeters wide. So it's neither. it will be getting to around 20,000 meters if my maths is right. It's not the most efficient. It'd probably be a bit better than that, but 20,000 meters I'm pretty happy with. My university's pretty cool for letting me do stuff like this, because my lecturer, who's my tutor, is super... He's like pushes me to do everything I can do complicated with programming because I have nothing else to do. So I built a flight control system that would control actuators that would allow for control, and I thought that was quite cool. I think now is a good time to pull that back. Where is it? Where is it? Should be seeing it by now. Feel like. If I don't see it now, it's gonna be an issue. TVC. I do know what it means. Well, it means a bunch of different things. I'm not mental. What does that mean? Yeah, I said I would launch it as soon as possible. Full variable cost is the only things I can get for it. Surface vector control. That's what it meant. I'm just stupid. Yeah, but I'm pretty happy with it. I just need to actually launch the thing and possibly get some more fuel, because the tests I had to do to prove that it would in fact work meant laying it down and holding it into a big vector. A big clamp, practically, and just showing each individual part working with a small amount of thrust, and I couldn't get that much fuel because it runs on methane, which is doable, but it also can run on other... It's not the best. I need to work on quite a lot of adjusting it. Right now it's just a control system and a rocket that somewhat works. Liquid methane and oxygen definitely works. Which means it is in this direction. Towards target, towards target. Elon Musk is crazy. Oh, yeah, that's one way to put it, but he's great. Now, I'm confused why it's not showing up on this screen. Towards target now? I mean, he sent a Tesla to Mars. Well, he sent a Tesla into orbit. Now, I'm confused why I can't see that. There it is. Clicked the wrong key when I was trying to switch screens. Relative velocity, please. I am getting pretty close now. There's target. Control from here. Point towards target. Descent stage for Rover 1, and I was thinking RCS stage. RCS is pretty good for descent stages because it's quite lightweight. But you do have that thrust to weight rush issue, so you got to make sure you have enough. Okay, this should connect nicely. I'm a bit off wonk, but that's okay. Because of how the docking ports are literal magic in this game. And you are able to pull it back. Yeah, and Rocket Lab has an RCS stage. Rocket Lab's great. If you've seen my Twitter, that might have actually been where you came from. I just pulled off a Rocket Lab stage with a booster without the helicopter. The only part I didn't have. A target relative velocity. Kill rotation. I messed that up. With Electron Heavy. Yeah, but no harm, no foul is my opinion when it comes to someone making a joke. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I think the jokes can be funny. I know that most stations wouldn't rotate. This one's been built with a lot of reaction wheels on purpose. It was made to go around a couple times. Because it lets me reorientate if I've got new tanks in. And that was an April Fool's joke. Fair. Very much fair. Okay, I should be... Stay on target. Stay on target. Stay on target. Boop, 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 boop. More thrust, a little bit more, come on. Stay on target. E. I believe I now have that complete. Cool, yeah. Let's do an EVA. To the orbital spacewalk. Grab some information, EVA report, take that. Reboard. Do I have an antenna I can quickly do the transmittal science thing from? No. I can activate this one though, so now I have even more control for this thing. I think I'm gonna have to quickly work through my antennas. So we have one going Kerbin, one towards the moon, one towards two comsats. I think that's pretty good. Which comsat's this one though? Activate it and see if I gain control again. No, but am I still good for electricity? Yeah, cool. So let's activate this one and set this to comsat 3. That gives me connections to all of them. There's 3 electron fairings in a nose cone. I mean, electron heavy would help them try to recover it. Yeah, I want to try and do a mission where I do get a hook. Parachute. However, parachutes don't have physics, and I can't find a good enough mod that works for it. I'm gonna have a little look, see if I can find anything new, because I mean, you can get some cool stuff. Is there anything that does it? Okay, apparently there might be one. That do what I want. I want something that I can hook. I mean, yeah, real shoots though doesn't keep the shoots like real shoots with the physics of them. It creates the need to use big shoots and have all this extra stuff, but it doesn't make them physically connective. I can't connect onto it and then expand from there, which is kind of annoying because I do really fucking like it. Getting a little warm in here. I'm just gonna quickly open up my window, put some air in the room. I think it would be possible. I mean, if I can't find one, I can program one, but it means spending some time trying to rework the parachute system and putting a physics collider on every single one. Quick seismic scan. We have 3,000 science. Let's try and get some stuff sorted. Actually, what's gonna be my next mission? And that's what I'll base this off. You're gonna ask me to explore Minmus. You're gonna ask me to start exploring Minmus. Do some science. That's fair. Do a flyby. That's fair. So let's design a very lightweight rocket. So I'm going to look at getting some more fuel systems. Like, I want a chute that I can hook into, in theory. The air brakes. My plan is to actually kind of do this Electron style. Except for I can't do the chute. I can't do the annoying part that I want to do. Okay, what would be the easiest way to get to Mars? Direct transfer, a single slingshot maneuver. Slingshot maneuver would be the most efficient. Probably direct transfer would be the quickest way. But depends how long you want to wait. In the real world, they'd probably just do a slingshot maneuver because firstly it saves on quite a lot of fuel. But that does mean you have to time your launches to be right, and that could take a long time because it could take a year minimum. Obviously, you've got to wait till you get to the right point. I'm not sure what would be the best way to do that. I would like to say that a slingshot maneuver would be best, but then calculating that's going to be hard. That's my answer. Slingshot maneuver would be best in my opinion. However, it would be harder to make sure you're going to get right. You're going to have to be a lot more precise with being able to get a capture. Comprende? I could talk about rockets for days, man. Let's try and design this up now. So, first let's build a probe. Does it say it has to return? Return this first science minimus transmit. Oh, return to carbon. Okay. So I want something that I can control, but also the new Earth will be landing in 2024. Yeah, so it'll take a while. So yeah, maybe it would be worth doing slingshot maneuvers. Right, I could do with putting some electricity in the middle of this. It's polygon for it. not as big. It does not need to be as big. But did you hear about the 2 boosts that didn't land so well? Yes, I do keep up with a lot of spaceflight news. It's all I do in my spare time. Spaceflight news and this. I'm gonna be honest, kind of a sad life, but it's my life and I enjoy it. I do enjoy learning all about stuff to do with rocket science, so I'm gonna wanna... That's a really big chute. I don't need anything nowhere near that big. Use just a Mark 16 and some drugs. I mean, it's fine if a rocket doesn't land correctly because it always gives you adjustments and information. Raw alcohol that caused the problem is a symptom of cleaning fluid. Oh, not good. Not good to hear about at all. This is certainly going to be a slingshot rocket. I'm going to put some air brakes on this thing, some tiny ones. He wants to do science, so let's give it a tiny bit of science, which is going to be a thermometer. And a Geiger counter. And on this side, let's give it an accelerometer. And a barometer. I don't have one of those. And I think that's going to be it for this craft. So I'm going to put a small little heat shield on. Boeing Saline is never going to launch this year. Probably not. Boeing's kind of in the shitter with its money. After they had so many planes cancelled. They had a lot of planes cancelled. You can take this from me because my real legal name is Thomas Cook. I know what's wrong. If a company isn't able to sell planes, that is its whole job is to sell planes, then they've got something fucked. Also, like the $1.7 billion bug they had. Then it's Boeing, you expect them to have bugs. They're not very good with their programming. From an outside perspective of someone that knows how to program, they're not very good at programming. Obviously. I think that is a nice little capsule to go up. Yeah, solid fuel. No, it's just a really nice ejector. Nice then. Payload plate. Nice. I think that looks good. Boeing, get your shit together. Boeing, if you don't get your shit together, you're gonna go the same way as the company with my name. In the shithole. And that's kind of sad, because Boeing did make some good stuff back in the day. God, I sound old saying that. One. 3. That should be definitely more than enough. I'm only doing flyby of Minimus, don't need the most fuel in the world. Certainly do not. Raise a swivel. Yeah, that gives me 3,000 meters of delta V. But that's atmospheric, obviously. It's not a true recollection. Also, the $1.3 billion that's way into... Yeah. Yeah. I feel bad for Boeing. I feel like Boeing is not going to exist the next couple years. I feel like they definitely could if they managed to pull their act around, but I don't think that's likely. I really don't think that's likely. If you're looking at track record, do you have the L10? No, not yet. Oh yes, I do. Well, I have the Gemini Centaurian RL10, but it's not the best for what my task is going to be for. In fact, I am going to build a little upstage though, so thank you very much for reminding me that that exists properly. Love Germany. Just a beautiful craft. This is the most fashion second stage. It is a beautiful thing, and I love it. A couple of... I want one with thrust, but I'm not going to be able to get that, am I? I'm really not going to be able to get a 1.5 meter decoupler that has thrust of some kind on it. Like, these MSR modular rocket system ones have a really nice setup. Scale you, can I? Oh, I can. Doesn't matter. Solve that issue. I don't think I'm going to need that much asparagus staging for this one. I think 2 stages will be fine for this. All fine, if I'm going to be honest. Seems like a little overkill. Oop. Looks nice though. Definitely does look nice. Wasn't so expensive. Actually, are you cheaper than... You do produce less thrust, but you are cheaper. That's about the same price. So it is. This shuttle is flying brick to me. Back. You don't want to get hit by a space shuttle. Do not get hit by a space shuttle. That's some free advice. On the house from me. Don't get hit by a space shuttle. It's not going to be nice. There we go. I actually do think this is a nice looking design. It's got more than enough delta V to get to orbit if I use asparagus staging, which I'm going to do. I'm not an idiot. I'm going to put quite a lot of that thrust in the middle stage. Yeah, there's 3,000 meters of delta V straight to orbit, 1,200 meters to get myself a capture and removal, which should give me the flyby, and then the last stage should bring me back down with some grid fins. Oh, wait, forgot to put chutes on. That'd be useful if I put chutes on. Also, SpaceX is trying to use pretty much everything from like the fairings that were used in the booster. They can reuse, but you can't reuse the second stage from orbit in real life, as it would reduce your payload mass, and I don't think SpaceX wants to reduce payload mass. Not if they're trying to sell their service. I forgot to bring back that back. Doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter to me because I like to do this type of stuff. And efficiency is key. You want to make a cheap space company. Efficiency is indeed key for me. I'm going to use the soul? Use gull, isn't it? Yeah. I do have antennas on this thing, but I want some on this one. Let's quickly put a couple batteries on while I'm at, like, a racing stripe. That's the best way to put this. I want a racing stripe. Ah, yeah, that'll work. Racing stripe it. Because you have to put heat shield in the second stage. Yeah. That is very much fair. I'm just putting a racing stripe on to give myself control. And put some grid fins on the sides to allow me a break. Knowing KSP is very easy to reuse. It is, and I'm doing it right now. Shoots. These boosters are not going to be reused because I can't control them. There is mods to do so. I don't want to use them, if I'm going to be honest. I'd rather do this properly. If I'm going to do it. There is mods that you can just decouple and it will automatically do it. But they're not as fun. It's not. I like to use grid fins and I like to do all this weird stuff. No, also quick saving in the default game. Yes, but then you've got this other stage that's got to move about, so you can quick save, do it, then come back. Oh shit. But then you don't get the recovery costs. I like to get the money back. I'm a cheap space station. Come out here with all your fancy quick saves. Jeez, you think I'm a space station made of money? Just very quickly, can I get an inline bullet? Let's use. I'm cheap space station, made of cheap parts. I've been watching too many KSP vids. Nah, that's no such thing. No such thing. Oh, I think that is gonna work fine. It's gonna be fine. I have enough stages. 4,000 meters of LV. Easy orbit. Easy peasy orbit. If anyone knows of a mod that gives me better physics for shoots, do let me know. Do let me know. Words got stuck. Man, I wish you could put a parachute on the fairing. I think you can with one of the mods I use, although it's a bit iffy. It's very iffy. Because I don't have control to them, it would be hard to pull off. The launch clamps, it's fine. But why is space stopped? Of 12. Input locks, clear input locks. Run. That's better. Gotta keep an eye on my time per apparatus to do a nice gravity turn. Shows I've only got solar panels on one side. That's useful. To be fair, only one side's gonna be in the sun at all times, but didn't want to have to do that. Setting my target. First time that I'm actually going to be looking back into the system of satellites I built up, because they are higher than the moon, but where it goes Mercury, Gemini, Apollo, Shuttle, SpaceX. If you're talking about just America, yeah. I want to go this way. Pull back my thrust, point prograde now. Not sure in Europe. I am not completely % sure. Because There's that many fucking different companies here, all from different countries. It's kind of annoying. I like the simplicity of just being able to go, America, rockets. I'm gonna be honest, it does help. Also, I wish I was a bit more well lit right now. I'm thinking of actually putting more lights on my crafts to help with you being able to see. That's the wrong one. And now to couple these two stages, fire them off. I'm trying to reduce my thrust now just so I can make this gravity turn a bit more efficiently. I can see perfectly. I am good. Okay, cool. Because right now, the sun blinding me, it's kind of making it hard for me to actually see Rocket. Rocket is good to look at if you're trying to fly one. I push out that aquapsis now. Come on. Come on. Perfect. Shit. I'm glad I still have fuel. Oh boy. I just realized I only put 2 shoots on this thing. There's another game called Simple Rockets 2. It's basically KSP with realistic tanks and engines and people. I'm actually kind of building a rocket game recently, actually, for my course. Because, of course, everything I do is to do with rockets. It's gonna be like a 2D rocket style game that lets you get very accurate physics for a 2D engine. So I'm having to write quite a lot of shit, but I am trying my best to make an accurate rocket game. And it's 3D. Ooh, I will have to have a look at that. Mine is very much 2D, but it's got a large emphasis on completing contracts like a real space company would. Like, you do not get a lot of money. In science, it will be used, but it's very, very hard to research new stuff. You have to spend actual time putting researchers in and funding them, and that's how you get the science. And I think that's a lot more realistic for a game, and that gives you the objective of mainly just going out and completing missions to keep the company funded. It costs $4. I will have to have a look. Mine would be costing $5 because that is the best I can do with Steam pricing and being a student. Does Steam take like a large-ish cut? Kind of pain in the balls, but you know, like 30%. And I'm already having to pay $100 to get it on the Steam store. And more information about that a little bit. Perfect. Cool. Decouple. Fairings, jettison fairing. Do this manually because I'm an idiot. Switch this stage. Point retrograde. Open up the grid fins by using brake. Bring that back down. Let's start this. Just gonna rotate it around so I can get the solar panel nice in the sun. just to keep myself well sorted. I don't know how much Delta V I have because I don't have a lot of control. That's okay. If NASA were smart, they could build one just massive booster and launch it now, but then land it. Yeah, but they also don't get a lot of funding, which is my thinking behind why they don't just do giant shit. I think it's kind of annoying that they don't get a lot of funding. Especially because how much the military gets in America. No comment on political stuff, though. Where's my inline buoy? I do not have it on this one. Lovely. I can turn off smartass now. This one. Waiting until I get into the hotter atmosphere. Lovely. Here's a joke. What's the difference between a baby and a washing machine? The difference is you don't start crying. Wow! Ah, that was a small issue. Those grid fins didn't really work. I mean, I'm going to be landing over an ocean anyway. Let's drain as much fuel as possible. Oh, those grid fins were not meant to break. Also, I can see the sun on me. This is entry burn. Exactly, but I didn't think the grid fins would be that snapped off. Normally the air brakes on Kerbal kind of can survive that heat, but then I realized I got realistic heat on. That'd be why. That would be why. I really, it really just should be realism overhaul. I can't get that in the latest version. I'm on 1.9 at the moment, so I don't get a lot of adjustment on what I can use. It's kind of suck. I mean, Kerbal's looking beautiful today. This next rock launch is at 3 in the morning in the US time. That one's done now. Recover that part. I actually wonder how much that's going to be because I still had fuel left in that thing. That was quite efficient. I liked how well that worked with only one shoot. It held at the right angle and it didn't really whistle too much. Although obviously it's not going to slow me down the most. It was nice to see. Nice to see it well done at least. Actually, I'm quite happy with how that worked. Wasn't that bad in this time. I'm hoping I went to the right part. No, I didn't. Can't wait for KSP to come out. Me too, man. I'm excited as hell. Is this? Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to the KSP parking station. My bad, my bad. It's alright, we can work that out. We can definitely work that out. Yeah. By the way, there's gonna be some Minecraft tonight, just so people know. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but there's definitely gonna be Minecraft tonight. I think we're gonna be doing that concept of running the server again with the mode being updated. We are now on beta 1. This is the first version to get it working. Hey, we don't have a to modern multiplayer into it's already ready to default. Yeah, I am excited for that part. I'm excited for maybe doing some missions with some people on stream. Like group missions. Definitely excited for that. No commands sent being sent. Oh no. Have I got no way of controlling this very quickly? Back to the center, change one setting, come back. I know how the multiplayer is ready for KSP anyway, it's just laggy as hell. It can be. If you're running it on a good enough computer, it's not as bad. If you're able to run multiple games, is the way to do it. And you wonder how they're going to handle time warp for multiplayer? I don't think it's going to be enabled. I think everyone would either have to be in the Space Center together and watch them, or it's not going to be allowed. That would make the most sense, because if you could time warp while someone else is flying, then you could get an unfair advantage by using like 2 times speed, running the entire thing in that while someone else is messing around with it. So I think that will cancel it for multiplayer only, or have it as a toggleable setting. So like if all players are in a pause screen or something like that. I need this one. Connection is needed to control antennas. Just to get that antenna back open up. How you doing, Oktoberfest? Hey, it's Oktoberfest, isn't it? Yes. How are you doing? Are you doing well today? Pretty good, man. Cool, cool. What have you been up to? I don't know whereabouts you live in the world. I don't know what you do. So, what have you been up to today? It got some control temporarily. First target. I put a thing in here. But see, the Xbox PC are gonna have KSP crossplay. Ah, that's gonna be weird. Just finishing up in college assignments? Oh man, I hope they go well. What do you study at college? Ah, Minimus encounter. Doesn't matter. Guess we're gonna have a flyby of both. That is fine with me. My view seems to be a bit broken. That's okay. One has to go to node. Sounds like you could handle time warp similar how to Minecraft to sleeping multiplayer. Yeah, that's what I think would be the best way to do it. Just watching live streamers like you. Always useful, always useful. Which games were more crossplay? Yeah, it's up to the developer. That's the thing. It's very much up to the developer on who does what when it comes to that. So first of all, they need the like camera seems fucked. It just wants to be in this mode. Won't let me zoom in now. I'm gonna get into this. So F5 it. Just F5 and F9. Yeah, should save as that if you want to save. And hopes that fixes my camera. It's very much up to the developer and up to the company. So, if the developer wants to put crossplay, that's not too hard. That's just connect people to the same server. But then they need to get permission off the individual people that own the consoles and stuff they're doing on. There's no basic ignition systems and spark plugs based ignition systems. What? Basic ignitions. Never seen a difference. What do you mean? Explain. I don't know what you're talking about right now. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I meant to say now. Yes. Liquid-based ignition systems means they don't have to run as much electricity, firstly. Secondly, it means you waste less fuel. So, with how it used to work, it was just a reaction that was causing it. So two fuels being pumped into each other, that causes a reaction which causes an explosion. But it needs some form of electricity to give it the energy. Now with liquid-based, because of the liquids that they're using, they can make it a lot better. So it's more efficient and you can turn it on and off a lot more. But yeah, about the game stuff, if they want to run crossplay, they need to get permission off the game developers, the console that they're running on, and whoever's providing the server for if it'll have enough load to be able to do that. So I understand completely why it isn't really the best way to do things, but they can't really do anything about it. It's kind of annoying. Kind of mega annoying. Let's do time off. Please remember, guys, if you are new, do consider clicking follow. It really helps me out. We're not really got a real goal set in mind right now. We're just kind of playing Curse P because it's a good real goal set in mind right now. Go away, me. Yeah, feel free to click follow if you are new and you do enjoy this because rockets. Thank you very much for the follow. That really helps me out. Really does help me out, Oktoberfest. Because no real goal, just, well, have fun at the end of the day. I got 2. I realized that this was a Minimus encounter that I've got myself into. So if I'm then able to return from that, that'd be nice. It will be nice, hopefully. It will definitely be nice with this. I've got 2 connections, which is actually kind of rare for me. Let's use time warp now. No connection again? Really? I know why. Reserve fuel, zoom in, and these solar panels. That'd be useful if I actually had solar panels. Cool, yeah, now I got solar. All I gotta do is time warp. No connection now. Why? Ah. Because I'm so far away now, it's causing an issue with... Yeah, I get that connection. So one of these over Kerbin... One of these being over Kerbin is not the end of the world, but it's also kind of annoying. Where's the Apoapsis going to end up? Oh. Oh. Nice 50,000. I'm happy with that. Yeah. No connection. Let's go to Comsat 5. Not Comsat 3, but I'm not going to complain. I don't think it's worth getting PS5 or the new Xbox, as it's going to be the exact freaking same thing with better graphics. Yeah, but there will be definitely people that buy it. There'll be definitely people that buy it because, I mean, getting that increase is sometimes worth it to some people. Play a lot of games. I mean, I upgrade every year. Every single component's practically upgraded once every 2 years. So I upgrade CPU 1 year, GPU the next year, and I'm just in a cycle of just upgrading and upgrading and upgrading because I like a lot of games. I like to be able to play the newest stuff, in my opinion. But it's not needed. It's definitely just... I have the resources, I have time. I'm a uni student. I don't really do much else than make games or play games because that's what my course is about. And another update is coming to console edition jams edition soon. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Same here. I am ready for... Oh wait, I didn't do science. I'm gonna say I did it. I'm gonna say I did that. Because I will have some science from Flying Pie, so hopefully it counts it. I would count that. What edition can we know console edition Bedrocks? It's a shit version of Minecraft. Yes, but it's Minecraft still, is my main philosophy. If it looks like a pig, acts like a pig, talks like a pig, it's a pig. Simple. I'm gonna do that. Use this to retrograde. Point normal very quickly. Then point back retrograde. And if it shits like a pig, well, you're right there. Yeah, I really shouldn't be deorbiting with this. What's wrong with the Bedrock edition? I've only ever played Java. It's just... I don't know. The redstone is a bit fucked. I'll give you that. It's made in a completely different engine, so they had to remake it, which is probably why. It's made with the shop. And not the standard engine that they should probably use for it. But Hey ho, gotta have a fun game, don't you? Yeah, I want to take a pulse going through a piston, but the piston just doesn't update. Probably because it's not really meant to, and they can't bring it out of the Java one, because Java is a bit of a bitch. If anyone's looked at the legacy code for Minecraft, it's got no comments. Nothing. You cannot figure out what each section does. You have to just test. Yeah, but Minecraft's still doing good, which is a good thing. Very fair. I have been enjoying playing Minecraft recently. I think it's one of those games you can just play for hours. I get no local control on this thing. Okay, let's quickly... one of these. Point retrograde using SAS. Stop up bringing myself down now. And using these solar panels just to gain as much electricity as possible for this part. There's that. Try building a 3x3 piston door on bedrock, it's fucked. That makes sense. Notch basically wrote the original Minecraft from a hackathon, right? Yeah! And there's just no comments, no documentation, no way of finding out how things work. The classes are not even labeled correctly, and I mean, yeah, it's a mess. I'll give it that. But it is Minecraft. It's still at this core definition of what Minecraft is. You can mine, you can craft. Which means I still see it as a decent enough game. For the purpose of being Minecraft. That needs to change. But yeah, and they just released Minecraft Dungeons, which looks really cool. I'm gonna have to give that a look. Join his shield, join his shield. Right. Lovely. Lovely. Let's design that a bit better for next time. Minecraft on the go, which is basically Pokemon Go. It is, I'll give you that. I am going to be heading off though, I think, before I do that again, mainly because I've got to have breakfast. I don't have any food in my stomach. And as you can see, I'm a skinny boy that needs food. A lot of food to be able to put on weight. Which is surprising. With my past eating habits, but I just can't get any. So, I think we are going to head off. We know what mission we're going to be doing tomorrow morning, which will be around the same time, so people know. It starts at 6 AM for me. So, I've been going for over 2 hours. I'm just hungry now. Book season. Exactly! Plus, I do exercise quite a lot, so that's probably why as well. Don't look like it, but I do. I can get another mission at the same time, so I'm not complaining. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anything else I can get? Nah, but I am going to put some things in geostationary orbit for next time. I only weigh 120 pounds. I weigh 100. Hang on, I can't do this very well. I think 165? Yeah, it's about 165 if I've got my maths right. About 2.2 pounds in a stone. In a kilogram. Anyway, I'll see you later on. Thank you very much to those that came out. Let's go and raid someone, because I feel like that'd be a nice little thing to do. And make sure that they're not finishing before I get in. Because it'll be kind of like a dud if I... No. They are finishing. Me! Are you playing couple? Yes, great. Let's send you to my brother. Your mic's broken, by the way. Anyway, see everyone else next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, it won't let me raid you for some reason. Lovely. You can hear me trying to find something. Oh, wait, someone's trying to be Elon Musk. That's who we're raiding. That'll do it. Cool. See everyone else next time. Bye-bye, everybody.